Alright, so here's the door. There's nothing on the outside. Nothing on the outside, but let's go on in. And we can do the tour video. Alright, now here's just a quick pan of the room. There's my game shelf all down there, and TV, window there, some random stuff there, the cat on the floor there. There's my bed, laptops there, the side table, and then the closet. But let's go ahead and get into more detail. We'll go ahead and do the closet first, actually. My closet's big enough. It's not a walk-in closet, but it's fairly deep. So my dresser actually fits in here. So that's good because it makes more room in the room itself. On the dresser, just some random stuff. And then I've got my ColecoVision here. And behind that is my Master System. Now I'd like to get these out because they are pretty cool, especially the ColecoVision. You don't see box ColecoVisions too often, so I'd like to get it out and you know, on display more than this. At some point that'll probably happen, but above it we've got the boxed Heavy Sixer I've got, my NES action set, my boxed N64, my boxed Vader, and the 7800 boxed. On the shelf next to it, my Game Gear, my 3DS box, a couple Super Nintendo accessories, and Mario Paint, and the Super Game Boy, the big box version of the Super Game Boy. 32X box is right there. You can just see the corner of it here. Here's some NES controllers in the box, and then that's my Gen Mobile, little portable Genesis. Just some random stuff. And then up there is my 2 Dreamcast, the standard white version, and then the black sports version, and then these are some Game Informer magazines. And then down here next to the ColecoVision is some Nintendo Powers, when I used to be subscribed to Nintendo Power, and then some old ones that I've picked up. I'm looking at subscribing back to Nintendo Power. It's a pretty good magazine. Under that, just some random crap, some golf trophies, just some random stuff. There's ColecoVision games in here, and television and Atari stuff in here, and then some NES styrofoams in there. And then this pretty cool Sega carrying rental case thing that's supposed to be over here. Alright, and then down here is like all the, right here. Here's my cleaning stuff, and there's my packaging stuff in there, like tape and whatever if I send a package. This is just randomly here. This goes in with the cleaning stuff. And then down here is like all my holders, like, these are for Genesis games, this is for CDs, that's for Genesis cartridges, that brown one is for NES carts. Down there in the far corner, you can't really see it too well, is a Nintendo case. Here's a little Nintendo case here. And at the very bottom, this is for actually cassette tapes, but Genesis games fit perfectly in there. I have hardly any Genesis cartridges, though, so I don't hardly use them. And I don't know, they're cool to have, but they're kind of impractical, really, because they end up causing more room than the cartridges do themselves, or I can find a better way to store them. Here are just 2 random boxes full of stuff, you know, just miscellaneous junk. Alright, so that's basically the closet. It's not completely done, and it'll change often, but that's how it is now. Alright, next is, next to the door. Now, this is the biggest thing I want to change. These are my Genesis games. All boxed. They're stacked pretty tall. I'm almost 6 foot, and they're about to my chin. So, about 5 feet, a little over 5 feet tall. And then there's another row there. I mean, this is the only way I can do it right now. And it sucks because I got some pretty rare Genesis games, or valuable ones like Bloodlines, or the Battletoads even. And I don't want to, like, have them like this all the time, because, you know, it's not damaging them, because they're in plastic cases, so it's okay. They're not going to get crushed or anything. But I don't know, I'd prefer them to be a different way. Plus, it's hard to get them out. And there's the other row here. And then, for the cardboard games, besides these 2, these are cardboard, but the cardboard games I keep separate, because these will get crushed. And then on the bottom is this Genesis, little Genesis case. This is just mainly to keep them stable, so it's not all wobbly. And I have a few Genesis games in there, nothing great besides Rise Star, that's a great game. Fantasia. Got that from LV Peppy. Just some random EA Sports games. And my 3D glasses for the Master System I keep in there. And that's not going to shut without me moving now, so we'll just leave it. Okay, now this is pretty cool. It's not perfect. The big shelf there. It's not perfect because I'm going to change it at some point, I'm sure. But it's pretty good. Right now, we'll start up top. Here's all my Model 1 Genesis boxes. These are all with systems and all that. The Altered Beast version, the Sonic version with pack-in Sonic the Hedgehog, and then the core system, which is just the system and the chords. There was no pack-in game with this one. Here's my only Model 2 box, the Sonic 2 edition. The thing about the Model 2 is there was like, I'm trying to think how many, I know there was a Lion King version and a, one version that came with a sports and, came with some sports game, and like the background is like grass instead of black. It's like a grass. There's not too many variations of the Model 2 box. Most of the variations you'll see are just with a different pack-in game, like Sonic Spinball or something. I don't really care to get all those, but. And then here's my Model 3 box. Again, this is just the box actually, which is so light, you know. Box in the insert. I really want to get a Model 3 Genesis. So if anybody has one, let me know. I don't really need the cores or anything. If you have them, great, but the system would be fine. And then my NES control deck, that's complete in box. Then my only Super NES box that I'd like to get more box Super Nintendos. Those are some really cool boxes. Alright, so here's my NES games. They're on the top shelf. They are alphabetical, starting down here with the numbers. 3D World Runner. The camera will focus, which it's not doing very well. But you know, you just kind of go up the rows here, and you know, nothing too rare in here. Darkwing Duck, that's kind of uncommon, but yeah, mostly what you see is just my common stuff. There's my one of these has the Famicom adapter in it. I don't know which, but yeah, these are just my normal games, alphabetized, and then I've kept the unlicensed cartridges separate. It just makes it easier. Alright, and then the shelf under that is my more expensive stuff, obviously because it's boxed. You can see back there it starts with 1943, and then it's all alphabetical. It works its way across. Any notable one, I got Bubble Bobble, I got the Castlevania trilogy, you know, Dragon Warrior 2, that's kind of expensive. Zelda, I got both of the Zeldas. Mega Man 1 and 2, these Mega Man 1 especially, I got those from Kefka. Miss Pac-Man, you know, the Ninja Guy, whatever, you know, you get the idea. But these box protectors, I got these are very nice. And yeah, these are alphabetical as well. After T, Top Gun, after T, I had to put them up there on top, starting with the Ultima, and then Willow, Worm, and then finally ending on Zoda's Revenge. Now, if you notice, this was kind of an idea I had to come up with real quick, because if you notice, the back games are raised above the top of these. If I didn't do that, they'd just be laying the level with these, and you wouldn't be able to tell what they were without like folding down a game like this and looking at it. Well, now I have something down there that sort of raise them up, and it is actually something that everybody here can get. They are, let's just move these over here. They are just some small flat rate boxes from the post office. You know, you just set them there. They're about the length of a or about the length of an NES box. They're about the same length, width, whatever. So they fit nicely on there. But yeah, I just have 3 of them going across the whole row, and it holds them up above the rest, and makes it look nicer. Plus, when these games are here, you can't tell anyway. Alright, so now the bottom row, here's one of my favorite collections of mine, is my Super NES games. Kind of different here. These ones in the back are stacked on top of each other like this. And Donkey Kong 3 is out of place, it's kind of turned the wrong way. But the A's are actually, very beginning is actually down here, starting with the 7th Saga, and then going on from there. And then they go all the way down to the end of here, and then I start back up there, and they go across again, and after the end of this row, they're here. Now you notice these ones are laying down let's take this for example, they're laying down this way, like the long way, but when they're in the front, I have them up like this. You can actually keep a lot more games if you do it that way, and it fits well, and all that. School bus going by. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I have those organized. And then at the end here, here's two quick things. These are NES games here that were, if I can grab them, X Rentals, the Werewolf, and then Jackie Chan. I didn't know where to put them, so I just put them here. They don't fit with the NES boxes. So over here, and then here's my more rare Super NES games that I have these custom boxes for. Of course, you got Earthbound. You know, that's cool to have a box for protection, and it looks nice. Mega Man 7, I'd love to get that really boxed. Well, all of these boxes except this one you can't because it doesn't have a box. Unless somebody makes a reproduction, but there's Mega Man 7, Ninja Gaiden Trilogy, and Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World. There's those. Down here's my Sega CD, Sega Saturn, Sega 32X, and Master System, and Dreamcast. What I have left of the Master System. Anyway, I sold most of mine. But, yeah, the Saturn games, they look nice on shelf. I like the cases for that reason. You know, you gotta be careful when you put them up there. I'd like to get some protectors for, like, you know, my Panzer Dragoon Saga, Saturn Bomberman, Mega Man 8. I'd like to get some protectors for those, and they do make them. I just haven't bought any, just to prevent scratches on the cases. But other than that, they go down there, and then where Saturn ends, Sega CD picks up right here with the Android Assault, goes down, and comes back up. These actually don't fit. These Sega CD games don't fit, so I had to sort of tilt them on their sides so that they do fit. So it looks pretty good. And then I put Final Fight at the end because that's in the cardboard case, and I didn't want to crush it or anything. So plus it looks out of place, so I just put it at the end. And then stacked here, just some Dreamcast games. I don't have very many. This camera is really bad at focusing. Is there an autofocus on it? Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, and then, you know, 32X. I don't have very many 32X games. I have some good ones, but not very many. And then very few Master System games. These are just the ones that I play, really. I decided to keep Alex Kidd, Wonder Boy, Sonic 1 and 2. Those are cool. Phantasy Star, Montezuma's Revenge, just those kind. And at the very bottom, it's just my kind of random shelf, I guess. I got television on top, and 64 down there. What very few N64 games I have. Some Atari stuff here. Super Nintendo cleaning kit. You can see that next to Wave Race. The television games again, and then 7800. And at the very corner back here is my only homebrew, Army of Darkness on the Atari 2600. That goes there. And then some screwdrivers and tape. But that's the end of the shelf there. I had to move these to show you guys the flat rate boxes, but I think the shelf turned out nice. Not perfect by any stretch, but I'll fix it later. But it turns out nice. So next to that, on the floor, still gotta get a plug, a little cover for that. I got some DVDs and some games. GoldenEye 007 on the Wii, King Kong collection, the Star Wars original trilogy. That's my Halo Reach. Dusty in collector's edition. That's my Tiger Woods autobiography. That's Evil Dead 2 in collector's tin. And here's a small little shelf. On top I put my 360 and Wii, because they'll always be out until they get replaced with next-gen consoles if I get them. And then under those, Super Nintendo cartridges. Nothing really great in there. I don't really put my good stuff in there. A few notables like Tournament Fighters or something like that. But under that, some DVDs, you know, I don't know. As far as DVDs go, I'm mostly into horror and comedy or action. You know, got your AVP, Army of Darkness, of course, all the Predators. One of my favorite horror movies, The Thing. You gotta have this one. Excellent movie. Got a Mario Brothers Super Show in there. Family Guy, of course. Ghostbusters. You gotta have all these. These are classics. King Kong. Actually, I have like all the King Kongs. I got. Back there is Peter Jackson's, and then I got the 76 remake, and then the sequel, King Kong Lives, which a lot of people hate, but I like it, because it's, I used to rent it as a kid. Then the bottom shelf is empty. I don't know what I'm going to put in there yet. Right now it's just my Game Boy here. This is one of the coolest boxes I've ever seen. That's a pretty cool box, so let's set it like that. Set it like that so it can be seen. There's a little power strip back there. Then here's another shelf with my TVs on it. You can see me kind of in there. I'm waving. And here's my 360, Wii, and then GameCube and Xbox. As far as the 360 goes, I like shooters and action games. Castlevania Lords of Shadow is an excellent game. AVP. A lot of first-person shooters. Big Halo fan. You gotta have Halo. In fact, Halo Reach is missing. It's right here. It's on my Xbox as I was playing it. Ninja Gaiden 2. That's another good one. Pokemon Coliseum is randomly in there for some reason. That should be down here. Rage. That was a good one from id Software this year or last year. I forgot when that came out. Tiger Woods. You know, Wolfenstein. And then the Wii. I got a pretty good Wii selection. Back when I was in Guitar Hero, I got them for the Wii. You know, Zelda, Mario, Metroid, Okami, and Television Dude's really liking that right now. He keeps telling me about it. And then here's some of the other ones that won't fit on the shelf here. Xenoblade Chronicles, my current one. Actually, I was playing a little bit of this last night. It's a pretty fun game, actually. Than the Marios. And then down here, I don't have very many, but I do have good ones. For the GameCube and Xbox, I got your basic Marios, Star Fox, and then Xbox. Sorry about that, I got a text. On the Xbox, pretty good stuff. Notably, the Jurassic Park. That's my most expensive Xbox game. The Thing. I was actually playing this the other day too. That's a pretty cool game. Better than I would have thought, to be honest. All right. Okay. Next to the TV shelf is this little shelf here where I just keep systems that I play, not always, but it's nice to have out because I do play them somewhat often. You know, obviously let me stand up, you got the Saturn here, one of my favorite consoles actually, a lot of fun games on that. I've got the CDX, and the only reason I have this out really is because of its convenience. It's a Genesis and a Sega CD in one. So, and it's really little, so having it out is just makes sense. Plus, it's a neat little console. Biggest flaw with the system is the controller ports. I hate them because I cannot use. Let me show you. I cannot use. Oh, I gotta find the adapter real quick. Here it is. I cannot use the wireless Genesis controllers because they don't fit. See, the plugs are. Over here and over here. This obviously was made for a Model 1, 2, and 3, not the CDX, so I can't use that. So I have to use a wired controller, which is okay, I guess, but prefer to use the wireless. Then under that's the Atari 2600. I really don't play it often, but it's cool to have out. Plus, I don't have a box for it or anything, so I don't have any other place to put it. And then, of course, the NES top loader. That's a classic. You gotta have that. Under that is just some books. These are some strategy guides and stuff, some programming books, some personal readings, you know, Richard Dawkins stuff, Ace Frehley's autobiography. This was a pretty cool book. Then over from there, I've got, this is just here because I don't know why, I don't know where else to put it, AVP for the PC. Here are some Alien and AVP novels. Those are good reads. And here are a few comics that I have, mostly Spider-Man. Let's see, I've got some Godzilla, some Predator comics, AVP comics. I've got a Swamp Thing, so it's a variety, but mostly Spider-Man. And then over here next to that, just under the window, try not to get that in, got the Wii controller sitting on top. Here's an Gears 3 controller. It's not even mine, my friend just left it here. But it is pretty cool. Here's this little thing. I sort of changed this around a little bit. In here is my Xenoblade art book in that bag. And then in here is just my handheld stuff. Some e-reader cards. There's that. This is for the Game Boy Player and the GameCube. DS cases, 3DS cases. Some of them have games in them, some of them don't. Kid Icarus Uprising box. This is pretty cool. I need to get a cartridge for that Link's Awakening box. Next shelf is controllers for notable systems that I use. Dreamcast. I don't really play often, but it's big. And I don't have other place to put it. Wavebird for the GameCube, Saturn, NES. Those wireless Genesis ones are in there. And then the bottom is just a bunch of documentation, posters, and stuff like that. Just random things I use. There's a Game Shark down there, some television stuff, some cool stickers. These are pretty cool NES stickers here. I don't know if they still have sticky stuff on the back of them or if they're all too old to stick to anything. But those are pretty cool. And what's this here? Oh yeah, this is a box with the cords for these systems. I figured I'd keep them separate from the rest because I use them more often, so it's nice to have them right there. And then that over the heat register on the other side of the window. So it's a pretty cool little Nintendo case. Let's see, controllers up there, in there. I keep my more expensive games in here. Sort of prop it up there. You know, your Contra Force, that's a new one I just got. Battletoads Double Dragon. The more rare games, I guess, the expensive ones, whatever you want to call them, I just put them in here. Protects them, I guess. Then in the bottoms, my holds some N64 and Super Nintendo. It's more uncommon NES, Super NES stuff, I guess, I put in there. And over here in the corner is just like a mess. Like, well, it's not a mess, but it's just I don't know where else to put it. I got televisions in there, Atari 800 XL, Odyssey 2, some random accessories there, Super Scope. I just don't know where else to put it. It'll find a home sometime. But as of right now, I don't have a place. So that's it. That is the room as of now. I'll be pumping out some more videos. I'm going to try and do weekly videos. If I can keep up with it, which I probably can. We had a little glitch last week where no video over 15 minutes could be uploaded, even if your account had the... Oh, I didn't show those posters. On the side of the shelf is a couple Nintendo Power posters, just Metroid 2, and the other side is Battletoads. So, but yeah, you can't upload a video more than 15 minutes. Here's a little Bowser guy. But anyway, that's it. So thanks for watching, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the room tour, and I'll be putting out some videos soon. Take care.